You're not going to want to miss this episode of the AI Show. We're talking all about unlocking a new dimension of creativity with GPT-image-1 and Sora with my friend Malavika. Make sure you tune in. Hello and welcome to this episode of the AI Show where we're talking all about unlocking new dimensions of creativity. Sounds fancy, Malavika. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I'm really grateful to be here. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. So why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so hey everybody, I'm Malvika, and I'm just excited to be here to showcase exciting models and multimodal AI. I work on the video and image models in Azure OpenAI, and especially since AI is no longer about text, I think it's super exciting. You know, AI models understand not just what we say, but also what we see and even how things move. And I think that today creating high quality images and videos is still a major challenge. And especially for video, it's been a huge bottleneck. It's expensive, time consuming, and hard to scale. And so creative teams and industries like marketing and media hit a wall when trying to bring rich visual ideas to life quickly. And so that's where multimodal AI comes in. And on Azure OpenAI through Foundry models, we're so excited to bring you two major new models. We have GPT-image-1, which generates high quality images from text and image prompts. And the quality is actually super impressive with above 1024 pixels. You can generate visual stories and products, RPGs, design games. And I actually recently used the model to help create mockups and design my new apartment, which just goes to show how you can use it in your daily life. And Sora is OpenAI's first video generation model and the first video generation model on Foundry. And we recently released it on public video. And so video is still an emerging industry, but the quality and the resolution is super impressive. And I think that because both models are API first, they're ready for production use. And so you can deeply integrate them into real production workflows, apps, websites, and build them into your products.
So this is really cool. Where are you finding that people are able to use these things? Like for me, you mentioned briefly, like, yeah, we can make some images and images. What's a good use case for this? When should I be thinking like, yeah, I should totally use this?
I think that there's so many different use cases, like the possibilities are endless, but I do see a lot of popularity now in advertising and marketing, especially if you are an advertising company and you're working with your brands and you want to visualize certain concepts and pitch these big ideas and actually bring them to life. I think uh, video generation is awesome for that, as is image generation. But yeah, I think there's so many endless possibilities from gaming, interior design, as I just alluded to. And yeah, I think it's just a really exciting space to be in.
Yeah, and I love the idea of like, because I don't know, I'm not a really good designer myself. I have an idea of kind of what I want, and being able to just type that in and get not only an image or a video to do that has got to be really helpful.
Yeah, it's super awesome just to inspire yourself. And as I mentioned, even create mock-ups for interior design. As I'm moving into my new apartment, I've been using it a lot, and it's definitely surprised me at how accurate and just overall how awesome it is. So
That's
it's really
cool.
exciting.
So here's a question: how hard is it to do something like this in code? Because I want to get a sense for like the effort to do that. I understand you brought something to show us.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And so honestly, it is really straightforward, especially with the AI tools that we have today. So I did build this demo app myself using Streamlit, and I want to show you guys how easy it is to go from a simple text prompt to like a production ready asset and integrate these APIs in an application. If I were on a creative team in an advertising or marketing company. And so, yeah, I think before, I show you guys the app in action, it would be great to show you guys, how it's built and walk through the code.
All right, let's do it. I'll bring it up right now. All right, so what are we looking at here?
Yeah, so let's ignore the UX and UI items. But the first thing you need to do is get your API key and endpoint from Azure. And you can also, for the video generation model itself, enter the height and width, specify the particular prompt. You can pull the status consistently to check the state of the jobs. And then the app will send a request to the relevant endpoint. So for image generation in particular, we also have an image generation endpoint, but what makes this super unique is the edit endpoint. So you can apply edits to generated images. So let's just see how this works. I'm going to run the application. And again, the goal here is to simulate how creative teams and marketing can generate campaign content on demand. My UX and UI isn't perfect, but I just want to show you guys how easy it is.
So what you're doing here is you're using Streamlit to actually
Yeah,
generate the UI for it.
exactly.
Got it. Okay. Okay, cool. What are we looking at here?
So I want to kick things off GPT-image-1, and let's just say I'm in an advertising company and I want to generate an ad for my client, a perfume brand. And so let's start with a high-end visual prompt. And so for this particular ad, I want to exude a luxurious atmosphere with, long sleeves, a lavender background. I can select the image size, increase the quality, and finally generate the image.
And all these things you can do in code as well. You kind of made Streamlit do it for you in the code. How long does this take? Because I know we're watching this video, but how long does this actually take to do?
So it depends on the size of the video. It can take around a minute. It just depends on the quality. I did generate this video beforehand just so I wouldn't spend too much time on the generation. Awesome. Wow, that looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And by the way, you said video, but you meant image in this case, right?
Image, yes.
Got it. And so what are we doing here?
Yeah, so the cool thing about this particular model is that you can iterate upon the generated images. And so let's say I want to replace the lavender field with cherry blossoms. I can apply the edit right away. And this is great for, seasonal rebrands or if you just want to make some quick fixes.
I see. And the editing the image you said takes about 20 seconds to a minute, right?
Yeah, it really depends. I would say actually at least 40 seconds, 45 seconds. It depends on the size and the quality of the image, but it can range from like a minute to 2 minutes. And so, yeah, I think now I want to just like pivot a little bit to video, and we're going to use the same prompt, but actually bring this to life a little bit through motion. And I think the great thing with Sora is you can, really you have so many options when it comes to the quality. And so for this particular video, I want to choose the highest quality possible. And let's do horizontal aspect ratio and then generate the video.
And my guess is that video probably takes a little bit longer than images because it's like a bunch of images
Yeah,
together.
exactly. And as you can see, I did speed things up for this demo. So this is not how quickly it takes in real life, but we can be hopeful.
And this is you. This is the first. Like, did you do some prompt? Oh, looks like they're balloon prompt engineering.
Yeah, I added that as a special touch.
Nice.
So yeah, no, this is really cool. I think it captures the golden hour lighting perfectly, and there's almost a strong sense of narrative visual poetry here, like the way she's holding the perfume. It's super cool.
Oh my goodness. And like, how many times did you have to prompt it to do this? Out of curiosity.
Only once. I actually used GPT-4o to come up with a good prompt for this.
Oh, hey, look at us using AI to do AI. All right, what are we doing now?
Okay, so I've been talking a lot about advertising and marketing, but there's a lot of range with Sora. So let's see how this looks like when it comes to space and with a cinematic view of the Earth with some city lights. And I'm going to still choose a higher quality, and let's just change it to vertical. You can generate the video. I'm excited to see how this looks like.
This is cool. Like I said, I'm a visual. Everyone's a visual person, but having the ability to go from words to visuals, just to spitball how you might want things to look is really cool.
Yeah. It also really surprises you how high quality it is, because sometimes I feel like this could go in an IMAX movie. There are the balloons.
Nice. There you go. Oh, hey now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. And so
Yeah.
you made GPT-4o generate a prompt to make this to make this video. Is that what you said you did?
Exactly.
That's cool.
Exactly.
That's cool. And you've been playing with this for a while. Is there any other tips you have for making high quality? Oh, what are we looking at here? Sorry.
Oh, all good. So this is the video playground. I just wanted to touch on this if we have some time.
Yeah, of course.
And you can see how like the expression on the lion's face and just the way we've advanced, in terms of video generation, it's showing cinematic motion, natural rendering of things like atmosphere, depth, and camera movement. And to your point about your earlier question about quality, you can specify the height and width, which map to the resolution for video. And for images, you can increase the image size and increase the image quality itself. And so these are really good for high resolution and professional applications.
So that's awesome. So the question I have is, do you have any tips for people on because you gotta, I don't know. I work with these models a lot, not these particular models, but you get a sense for like how to wordsmith things. Do you have any tips on like wordsmithing for these kinds of applications?
That's a really good question. Do you mean like coming up with certain prompts and
Yeah, is there
iterating
like
on it?
is there certain words that make the model do more of what you want than others? I don't know. Like for example, like back in the day, we would say like to GPT 3.5 Turbo, "You are an expert," blah, and then it would do better. Is there any tips like that you have for these models?
That's a really good question. So, in all honesty, what I've noticed with even like with image and with video, you can just add few adjectives and filler words. Like what I did in my earlier prompt, emphasize beauty, serenity, and luxury, and it'll actually generate an asset that is curated to that particular vibe.
I
So you
see.
can use these adjectives to like change the tone of the video or image that you're generating.
That's cool. That makes a ton of sense. So, where can people go to find out more about how to use this stuff?
Yeah, so we have our release blog, which has, an overview of the models themselves and, why it's important. We also have great API documentation. And for example, we have a quick start page, which shows ways that you can get started with Sora and, build your own application. And honestly, I would just, deploy Sora and GPT-image-1 today, and you can start experimenting in our playground and then see if you want to take that to production. We do have plenty of documentation on the API themselves and just general overviews on how you can curate the image and video generation to your particular needs.
No, that's cool, and there's a ton of links here that I'm putting up here for you. Incidentally, if you don't know, we actually used it in one of our applications as a sub agent to another
Oh,
one, and it was really cool because we were able to like take a picture on stage. Well, we Amanda and Elijah took a picture of themselves on stage, and they asked the agent to make a change, and they made it cartoony, and it was actually really cool to see that happening live. All right, well, thank you so much for spending some time with us, my friend.
thanks so much for having me. And I'm really excited to see, what everyone can build with these cool tools.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do something cool, let us know. We want to show. Maybe we can showcase it. When we're doing stuff. So thank you so much for being with us, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks for having
And
me.
thank you so much for watching. We've been learning all about how to unlock new dimensions of creativity with GPT Image 1 and Sora with Malavika. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care.